When you talk about a system, we're talking about wealth, we're talking about employment, not having access to jobs, not having access to education, the same education that you need to secure those jobs to live the American dream. Housing discrimination. They say when it's black touched, the value goes down. When we have banks that won't give us loans, when we can't go and get these homes in other areas and expose our kids to different school districts. And then you have the system of government surveillance. You have poor housing, you have no education, no access to wealth, because the center for all that is housing, right? Because when you own your home, you can take out equity, pay off some student loans, give money to your kids, will the house. So if you don't have that, and you're in this one place, it's easy now for the government to set up surveillance. Look around Baltimore. You see the cameras. You see the neighborhoods with the blue lights. That's all about systematic racism.
I'm serious. I really want y'all to know y'all gotta watch your surroundings too. Just be careful, be mindful of who you got around you, who you got around your family and your house. Really, y'all, this could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? This really could have been anybody. This is really a lesson learned. He was an angel on earth. He was. I never met nobody that did no wrong. None.
When you have an inner city, I think when you have an inner city that is limited with regards to its resources, you also fall into this lower tax bracket because you're renting, you're not owning, right? So we don't fall into the same median income as, let's say, folks in Howard County or Montgomery County, where their tax dollars go towards education, go towards textbooks and paying good teachers.
We don't have nothing, no job opportunities, we don't have good schools, we don't have nothing but food stamps, TCA, and daycare vouchers, and the social service.
The youth really need some help because they don't have no guidance. Just like I said, it's no resources, so they just run around. The harbor is the only thing we have. The harbor and Towson, and they the only two places, they the two places we just got barred out of.
It's nothing. And then it's crazy because they setting it up to when we can just fail because they taking everything away just so we can fail. They closing schools down, opening up jails.
So when you look at places like Baltimore and other inner cities across the country where, the public education system is not so good, I think it all has to start with the fact that we're limited to the number of resources that we have. It starts with wealth. If we don't have it, what are we going to do? We're dependent on the city, the state, the federal government to fund our schools the best they can, because we know that when the government cuts funding, one of the first things they cut is education.
I might be 20 and I might be young, but I saw a lot of stuff growing up and a lot of parents where they went wrong. So I kind of feel like for him not to be a product of his environment, only thing I can say is you have to keep your kids occupied. You gotta show them that it's more to life than just the hood. You feel me? More so for instance, once he gets school age, it's going to be basketball camps. It's really not going to be no free time on his hands.
Growing up right here, trenches, something terrible, you know what I mean? To wipe my little man nose. I was his size, 20 years old right now. Shit in the game over here. When you talk about violence, come down here. Real talk, they call Grandma the cemetery around here. Swear to God, drop like flies. You know what I mean?
Then they get to understand that it's just more than just Greenmount. It's more than just Baltimore City, Maryland. It's more out here.
I was in the house and I had got a text on Facebook saying, like, it was a picture of him in the stretcher. I was like, who was that? I keep texting the girl like, who's that? She's like, Jolly, he just got stabbed.
Ananias Jolly spent the last month of his 17 years in a hospital bed, clinging to life after police say his schoolmate, Dante Crawford, also 17, stabbed him multiple times in the chest in the 3rd floor classroom at Renaissance Academy.
One day I got a call like, he gone. People kept saying he opened his eyes and stuff. Like, it was a lot of stories, but his big brother texted me. It was like, he gone. And that hurt me for real, so it ain't been the same. Getting stabbed changed me. Like, it really changed me for real, because like, I could have been gone. Like, the people that was surrounding me, like, that could have been their last time seeing me. So I'm gonna make a living out of people saying me. Like, when I do die, people be like, oh, he was a good person. He had something planned. Like, but then I don't wanna die early. I feel like I can do something in life. Like, I feel like I'm gonna make it to do something. So I wanna live as long as I can to prove people wrong. Cause a lot of people said I wasn't going, like, oh, you gonna be like your father, you gonna end up in jail and stuff. My father been in jail over 8 years, 10 years. They gave him 17 years. Like, I want my father to be here. Like, if my father was here, I'd probably be doing way better, because I have a male role model in my life. But now I gotta look up to other people like football players. But I'd rather for my father to be home doing something positive, making me want to do something positive. But now he in jail. Like, that's why everybody think, oh, you gonna be like your father, or you gonna be like your father. So I'm gonna just prove people wrong. But that's all I want to do. I just really want to become something. I want to show my mother that her son, like, is different from everybody else. Like, I want to show her that I can do better.